Some characters only make a temporary appearance. Today I'm going to cover Grand Theft Auto 6, the 10 best characters who are only in side missions. Welcome back to GTA Robot, let's get into the video. Number 10, Joe, Mama. The most great Grand Theft Auto characters, Joe is a pretty terrible person. He and his friend Joseph, who actually briefly appears in the main story, make up the Civil Border Patrol. The duo track down anyone they think could be an immigrant and forcibly arrest them. It's all ludicrously hypocritical, with Joseph being an immigrant himself and knowing little of America, and Joe is so hilariously dim-witted that he doesn't notice. Number 9, Marnie Allen. During the game, Michael has a whole set of side missions about joining a religious cult called Epsilon. He's guided on his journey to find the truth by Marnie Allen. While the Epsilon program is clearly a big scam, Marnie is a true believer in it. Her overcommitment to the cause is regularly entertaining, especially when she gives comically vague answers to some of the cult's inconsistencies. Although it's difficult not to feel sorry for the poor woman, as it seems she's just getting conned by the group. At least her life is better in GTA 4, when she was a part of one of the game's stranger missions. Number 8, Cletus Ewing. Most people across San Andreas are very fearful of Trevor, so anytime someone isn't, it's cool to see. Enter Cletus, who doesn't show any hesitance when speaking to the psychopath. In fact, the two are actually friendly towards each other, which leads to some surprisingly wholesome interactions. These occur during a couple of missions when they have together, in which Cletus delivers several humorous lines, mostly stemming from the act that the character is a stereotypical hillbilly. Number 7, Miss Phillips. Trevor's mother is mentioned a few times throughout the main story, however she doesn't show her face until after the credits in one of the game's secret side quests. Once she turns up in Trevor's trailer, he becomes a completely different person and he deeply craves his mother's approval. She doesn't get a lot of screen time, but she's very interesting still. This is because in her one scene, she manages to completely dress down someone who daren't cross all. Number 6, Tanya Wiggins. Earlier in the game, Franklin meets Michael and embarks on his new heist-filled life, but along with Lamar, Frank's old friend Tanya is there to remind him of who he used to be. The woman is very needy, as she's always looking to her longtime friend to help her out, and towing cars for her isn't the most fun, but she makes it interesting by giving insight to the protagonist's former life, and that's what makes her a fascinating character. Number 5, Barry. Most strangers and freaks only interact with one member of the protagonist trio, however, Barry meets them all. The smartly dressed man is a heavy advocate for the legalization of cannabis, and he tries to get Michael, Trevor, and Franklin to his side. He attempts to do so by spouting anti-establishment rhetoric and giving the characters a try of his own supply. Regardless of who he's talking to, he's always entertaining. Number 4, Beverly Felton. Beverly Felton is a paparazzo that Franklin meets on his adventures. The guy is obsessed with celebrities and is determined to show the public everything about them. This leads to him overstepping boundaries on multiple occasions to film them at their lowest points, although he doesn't see it that way, as he claims that people need to see these moments. Therefore, he's an awful human, being that would make for funny and good antagonist if he was threatening in any way, yet he's so outrageous that it's funny. Number 3, Nigel and Mrs. Thornhill. During his time in Los Santos, Trevor can meet an old, odd duo named Nigel and Mrs. Thornhill. These people are an exaggerated parody of autograph hunters. Like the paparazzo, Beverly, they're both obsessed with celebrities. They show their admiration by stalking famous people and stealing their possessions. While they come off as psychopaths to the people they love, they don't seem to realize, in fact, they lack self-awareness in general, which makes them fun characters. Number 2, Marianne Quinn. A character that all three protagonists can meet is Marianne. The fitness-absorbed woman is entertaining because of all of her oddities. One of the biggest is her anger. She is perpetually shouting at either herself or the people around her with little reason. This inability to contain her emotions makes her similar to Trevor, something the guy points out. However, she strongly refutes with the claim. Other examples of her strange behavior include assuming everyone wants to sleep with her and her tendency to reveal personal information without being prompted. Number 1, Dom Beasley. Dom is responsible for some of the most enjoyable missions in GTA 5. Each one sees Franklin doing a high-risk stunt involving vehicles and parachutes. Throughout it all, Dom is a constant source of entertainment. Much of it comes from his insanely energetic attitude and non-stop taunting. The things he says are hilarious that he doesn't get an overly annoying, in a similar vein to Brucey from GTA 4. However, he should be glad he met Franklin instead of Trevor, because Miss Phillips wouldn't be too fond of the guy's barrage of insults. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. So long.